All right, good day, hi, and welcome. Okay, the process has begun. Two 12 strings, one mandolin, and one violin, and one vocal recorded. Uh, just use that toy. So that's 24 strings, plus another 8, plus another 4, plus a vocal. And I got my first track down, so for the new album, and I don't know what I'm going to call the album yet. I've got a bunch of songs here, and I'm just going over them, doing them as I'm doing them. I'm going to show you my home recording setup. There's not really much to look at. It's pretty much all in there. And basically, I'm using the 12 string. Got some weird stuff going on with my 12 string electric, the pickup or whatever. It's not quite functioning properly through this machine. I don't know why, but it isn't. Recording off the SM58, 50 SM58, yeah, not the SM57. I know the SM57 is on the list, and an SM27 is on the list, and an SM81 is on the list. But this is what I got to work with for now. So home recording. Got my 150 to 200-year-old Lionhead violin on the first recording here of this album. Now I wonder if the guy who ever made this would ever imagine the sound of this thing could be recorded. Not saying I did a good job of it, but I'm just saying, But I got the mandolin in there. It's a cool little track. It's all done. It's mastered. Everything ready to go. Got 9 more to go. There'll be 10 songs on this one altogether. So you want to get into recording, stuff like that. I figure this is a good time to do these kind of series of videos. These machines are great. I know a lot of people are using their computers now, and they just get software and whatever. But then they got to buy an audio interface. They got to do a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm not saying it's not better or worse what they're doing. I'm saying it's something that there is other options out there. Now, this machine I've had since this is a BR1200, which nobody on the planet can figure out the darn drums, how to mix the drums on this thing. It does have a drum beat. You can get basic drum beats out of it. Well, some sophisticated drum beats, but just repetitive. I haven't figured out how to splice it together like a real drummer, which this spot on the floor here, which is not very big, is going to be housing a drum kit fairly soon. This is kind of my studio. It's a big mess over there, but I got to get that bed out of here. There's the mess of boogie back there. And yeah, this is going to be kind of my home recording studio. Again, the walls are still bare and stuff like that, but almost everything I'm doing is internal. I'm not getting so much bounce off the walls, especially with the acoustic. It's mic. It's not so bad. If you just, kind of stay close to the mic, there's not a lot of room noise that I'm worried about. You got reverbs in here. You got tons of effects. You got everything you could possibly ever need. The only thing you really need is a patch cord and a guitar. And the bass, you can even use a bass simulator on there. This thing does a lot. It's older technology, whatever, but it still does everything I need it to do. Now, mind you, back in the day, this was a $1,200 system. I don't remember what it was with the tax and everything. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep these videos kind of short. But this was a great way to go. And you can get digital portable recording studios now for $300-400. To be honest with you, I'd go that route before I'd go with the all this different software and stuff. This is a lot easier to do. You hit these two, you can do 2 tracks at a time, and you got a total of 12 tracks on this one. Get as many tracks whatever you can afford. The more the better. You could bounce it, master it, EQ it every different way you could think of. There's really not much, in depth that you have to get into in the sense of, don't get me wrong, you can. This machine is going to be way more advanced than most people will ever imagine. But you can put virtual track. You got 192 virtual tracks and 12 main tracks on it. So you got the easy compose stuff, which is not so easy, but it's easy to get the drum machine working. Just again, you can't. It doesn't replace a real drummer. I haven't, and I've read the manual since 2005 or 6, whenever I bought this thing, and it still holds up. It still produces an okay track. The reverbs in it are not too bad. You can record 2 instruments at a time, but you can only do 2 tracks at a time. And basically, 2 tracks is to get stereo. So stereo left, stereo right. You can do 1 track if you wanted, but it would be a mono track. It wouldn't be stereo. Yeah, so The angle I'm going at is I like real instruments and real instrument sounds. So obviously this mic, I've had this since 2003. It's served me well. The SM58 is quite legendary. Not the best recording mic, but it's a good place to start. So my setup is, I can't see the, okay, 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, not too bad. So basically BR1200. For vocals, obviously just the mic straight in. So now you're talking a mic, a stand, and a cable. Then a set of headphones. These were like $4. I know they're not the best. I can hook up my PA or hook this to my PA to use the speakers as monitors if I want, but those aren't really the best mix down. I mix down on the headphones. I know that's a big no-no, but you work with what you got, and you can do well enough to get going. You know what I mean? As you get more progressed, you'll get better equipment. But like I say, I could probably buy a machine twice as good as this now for about half the price, new. It is a good machine. It is a good machine. I'm not against using the PC and all that, but you know, you can get free software. How good is it? I don't know. This is good. This thing is good. You know, I guess you kind of get what you pay for, but before you just start going down the PC route, maybe look at digital recorders as well, because I don't think they're still making them. So people are still buying them. I mean, people like Bruce Springsteen, Lady Gaga, whether you like them or not, doesn't matter. And rock stars like that, they use machines like this just to get their ideas down. For us plebs, this is enough for us to get an actual good sound out of. A lot of it has more to how you record it rather than what you're recording it on. It's a great way to start. You don't have to break the bank. Like I say, the Tascam, they make one of these. It's a 12-track, all the same kind of stuff in it. And you can get something like, like $300-400. You know what I mean? So $300-400, you don't have to buy an audio interface. It is a dedicated recording machine. And, it is a way to go. Now, that said, this has a built-in CD burner, which allows me to, I can hook this up to a laptop and shuffle files around that way, or I can use the CD burner, which I usually do, and then take my files over to the PC that way. So it has lots of options. So if you're thinking about getting into recording, look at one of these things too. They're called portable studios, digital recording studio, portable studio. Boss makes them, Boss Roland, they make them. I don't know if they make these ones anymore, but there's all kinds of them out there. I know Tascam makes a whole bunch of them. Great option for somebody getting into home recording. It is portable, where, like I say, a set of headphones and this, you can go over to your buddy's place. You don't have to bring the PC and then the audio interface, all those cables and the power adapters and all. One adapter, one set of headphones, one cable, maybe two cables in, and you're laughing. Like, it is a very, very, very good option. So anyway, I just figured I should start with that, and I'll get a little more into depth as I'm going through my recording process too. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. There you go.